Today is Monday, Parashat Mishpatim. And the parasha begins with the word Ve'elea Mishpatim. And these are the ordinances. The parasha starts with the word and, as if it's connecting it to the previous parasha. And the previous parasha ended with the idea of Mizbeach, the altar in Bet HaMikdash. Now the altar is very much representative of service to Hashem through the service in Bet HaMikdash, represented now by our synagogues. But the parasha of this week includes in it 53 mitzvot. Many of them have to do with civil law, with tort and obligation and responsibility. If a person harms another person, let's say by leaving an open pit in a public place, what happens if you borrow something and that item that you borrow gets broken? All sorts of situations. What happens if you see somebody with his donkey, where the donkey has a big load and is crouching under his load, and you cannot stay aloof, you have to go and help. A lot has to do in terms of sensitivity to others and how you relate to other people. And by the word of the parasha, first word saying, Ve'elea Mishpatim, and these are the ordinances, is to teach us a very important concept. A little bit foreign to Western society in many countries, where there is a separation of church and state. In other words, church or religion is relegated to the synagogue, to the idea of what types of food you're allowed to eat, how do you observe Shabbat. But when we come between business dealings between one and another person, or responsibilities to the sensitivity to others, as if something that shouldn't be involved in religion, chas v'shalom, it should be something that just has to do with civil and state law. When actually the Torah makes a very important point here, that to be a pious person, to be a righteous person, it's just as much in how you deal with business, in terms of honesty and how you relate to others, and how you're sensitive to others, as much as how you pray or what types of food, kosher or not kosher, you eat. And that's a very important principle. As in the parasha of this week, one of the commandments here is also to be holy, to have the idea to be a pious person. It's not just how to you relate to mitzvot between you and Hashem, but very much so how you relate to other people. And even any subject, whether it's business or responsibility to others, or how you relate to any subject that could think about a life in general, is something that is guided by the mitzvot of the Torah. And the Torah applies to every area of life. And when you seek the Torah, the opinion of Torah on any subject, you'll find that it is the best and most enlightened way to guide us into the right path. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, Amen ve'amen.